and welcome to the Trouble in Tuckborough walkthrough. Trouble in Tuckborough is one of the original 2 skirmishes that you earn, and it is truly an instance I believe that could benefit from a walkthrough. I'll just attack this guy for a sec, and now that we're done with that, this is the first capture point, which I can't get because you can't get the capture point until you get the guy who runs around up there, and the guy that runs around down here. Well, he doesn't run around, he just sits there. And then that will bring us to our first. And when that Hyacinth's entranceway is shining like that, or any capture point is shining like that, you can claim it, get your marks, a defender pops out, 2 of them, and then these people spawn all the way over there, where I'm pointing at over here, and they're going to rush like mad, and there are 2 waves of them. Don't make the mistake I've done before, which is kill the first wave, then move off, and the second wave kills your defenders, because then they just sit there and come after you, and you no longer have any happy little people to help along with. And pay no attention to the fact that my skirmish warrior is being killed. I haven't done the skirmish in forever, so he's probably at like level 50 rank, so I'm going to be doing this mostly solo. The only thing that he really gives me is a small bonus in DPS, since he can still hit stuff, since he's technically level 79. So when you take out this wave, the next wave enters, and the next wave is going to have, and here's the Skirmish Lieutenant. And this one is my least favorite Skirmish Lieutenant ever, the Shepherd of Filth. I'm going to work on him for a second, and say you attack that too. He summons crawlers, and crawlers pretty much make you move at a slug pace, which I did not intend to be a pun, but that worked out alright. And then that happens, so now look how small my guy is. I may even, it's been forever since I've done a skirmish, I get to use a healing potion on this one. So, next skirmish I should be better prepared for this, but for now I'm just showing you how to play this skirmish. And, I hate that guy. I'm hitting the wrong moves, so I'm waiting for my guy to go fast enough. And this is the first part of the skirmish where I actually needed help. I needed a friend, I think, to tell me how to get through this. It's easier now that you can see the red dots that show that there's an enemy there, but originally I couldn't figure out that they wanted me to go up here, and so I spent half an hour down there wondering how to get through the gate that actually led to where you're supposed to finish. So normally I start this by doing an ambush, but I really am doing this on a time budget since I want to get this in a YouTube video less than 15 minutes long. But, Bear likes to be the easiest lieutenants, in my opinion. He puts a wound on you that doesn't really do much. And other than that, he has nothing special to take this area. You need to knock that wolf off of there. And then there is, in the next area, there's a troublesome guy. And there is a counterattack for this hill. It comes up through that gate, and occasionally you'll get the blue letters from a skirmish telling you that there's a guy up there you can attack. And then for this one, it's a Shepherd of Defender of the Vile. Defenders of the Vile are so annoying because they buff up all the guys around them. And watch, my guy's just gonna get pwned over here while I work on him. So, it's not my favorite skirmish. And then there's a Skirmish Lieutenant and a guy lying on the ground dazed over there. A Skirmish Lieutenant guarding this flag. And this one's a death bunker. Those are easy as long as you make sure to hit them first, since they resurrect their guys as they die. And so, when I clear away these defenders, we'll make sure when you do this, it's way easier to tell now, but when they didn't have these red dots showing you where everything was, it was almost impossible if you were playing it for the first time. You didn't notice this guy hanging off the edge of the bridge, and it could take you forever to find him, and without finding him, it won't let you capture that point up there. So that was one of the annoying parts that I wish somebody had told me about before I had taken on this instance the first time. And then I can't remember on this one, is there a counterattack? I don't know if there is. Nope, there's no counterattack. Oh, yes, is there? Nope, there's just an enemy over there I thought was in here. So there is no counterattack, but then after this next 2 flag section, we're going to be faced with the part that got me killed the most before I knew how to take it on. Oh, and there's a instance guy, Murderbarash. He's tough, normally. I can normally stun him, and no, my guy's gonna turn him off. This is the area right before the part, right before you get to capture this flag. And then you go down and capture that flag over there. and my soldier went and got everybody on him again, so I'm going to be fighting this alone. And let's see. Exaltation of Battle works great in places like this if you're a warden, so make sure to use that one. And I'll be right back after I deal with this battle, because they're always long. And there is a counterattack against this particular area. You can tell there's going to be a counterattack, because on this one they give you a helper for 1 counterattack and 2 for a double counterattack, if I believe. I may be wrong, but that's the way I remember it. And there's this Darkhand Stormkeepers are probably the easiest one to do, because all they do is this light extra DPS. There's no special uber easy effect about them, and that makes them so much more fun to take on than the rest of everybody else. And then as you can see, we've got another Defender of the Vile protecting this flag over here. You have to wipe out everything on the slope to take that flag. And so when I've done that, I'll show you the counterattack, which I do believe there is one in that flag. This particular house, I think you get Adelina and the Bounder, and then they send 2 A's at you, so I think my prediction is right on that. And you don't want to sit next to the gate on this one, even if you're protecting the guys behind you, because there's a whole bunch of nasties on the end of that gate, and going there will trigger all of them, almost guaranteeing a complete wipeout of you and your soldier. And so you're pretty much guaranteed to lose if you do that, unless you are some sort of super soldier or playing this as a level 20 skirmish and you're like level 80. So I advise against attempting that. If you do want to attempt that, then that would be an achievement to add to your list of things done in LOTRO, but I'm not sure if you'll survive that, so I don't do that, and we'll just leave it at that. And then this is the counterattack, the second one. And this one has a lieutenant in it, and I think I may have just led my guy that much closer to the gate. When this is over, he might trigger him, and if he does, I'll make sure to show that. And so going into this courtyard, I'm not going to summon my skirmish helper, because the small help he gives me is not worth triggering way more guys than I can handle. So I'm going to watch and see if I can get this venomous blood arrow with an ambush, seeing as it's worth it, and then we'll see if I can survive. So awesome. And I triggered one more guy than I meant to, but I think I may still make it. And then we'll see. I don't like the skirmish, because as far as skirmishes go, only 2 skirmishes are worse than it, in my opinion. Just because this one is annoying, and if you do it with multiple people, it gets doubly evil, and as the boss gets way harder when you do it with multiple people. With 1 person, the final boss isn't all that bad. With 2 people, he does some high damage moves, and he's killed us both a couple times, and I've done it with a friend. And it's one of the only ones that, one of the only 3 that come close to blowing my warden out of the water without seeing it coming. A lot of skirmishes can kill my warden, it's just most of them see it coming, and then moan about it for a while, and then die. Whereas with this one, you barely have time to go, oh crap, I'm dying, you're dead, so it's not all that. No, because I'm my warrior. And then he does that. Okay. Oh, and he hadn't summoned the guys, but I think I just did that. And so I'll come back. You know what I told you about seeing that dying coming? Well, that's not entirely true. I saw the dying coming this time, and I think I'm gonna die, so I figured if I am gonna die, I might as well get it on camera. And the Stormkeeper, I thought I was gonna lose him behind. See, this is why I don't like this skirmish. They follow you forever, there's no way to outrun them, so let's see if I can survive this one final. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Die, I'm taking you with me. Because you, there, I may survive now. I might just barely be able to get out. But see, that was close. That's closer than I've come in forever. Because I generally play this game very safe, so skirmishes can get me though, because you're not designed to play them as safe as you can do the open terrain. And if I die, I'm taking this guy with me too. Okay, now I stand a chance. I can pull this back. I'm sure I can get more help than they do to me. Or maybe not. You can do it. You can come back. No. I was superior. And there, see it's climbing. I think I survived. Okay. So that was a near crisis averted. I can't believe I let it get down to 600 health. And now we're ready to capture this. This one has the final boss, who is, to your disappointment, an ugly orc person. and then you have to fight these guys, which, the hardest one they've thrown at me is like 9 teeny ones, and then 2 hails, so I don't know if they have to be equivalent or something, but I've seen hard ways on this, and I've seen ridiculously easy ones. So it goes, they're all ridiculous, but they're either ridiculously easy or ridiculously evil. This one looks like it's going to be one of the easy ones. My warrior isn't even dead yet, which is saying something. But then he sits there and ignores you as you take out all of his fighting force. And then he goes, oh, it might be a good idea to attack now that I stand absolutely no chance. And so I'll show his battle in just a sec, and the warrior actually did well against this guy. He was going to win, but I finished it off for him. And now he yells something random, and this person throws out caltrops, I think, which pretty much do damage and slow me. So I go slower now, and I'm losing a custom health as long as he's alive. But it's not enough when you're doing it solo to cause any problems. When you're doing it with a fellowship or a raid or anything, that starts becoming really annoying and really deadly. So that AoEs are the things that get the biggest buff when you go into a fellowship. That's what it seems like. And then after that, you've beaten your first skirmish, hopefully, if you did this before Continent, and your second if you did it after. Trouble in Tuckborough. And if you held with me the entire way through the guide, then thank you for watching. And if you didn't, then thank you for watching the final boss battle. And all the puppets are happy and dancing. And then this is the end of the skirmish. If you liked this, please leave a comment saying so. If you saw anything that you wanted me to add more of, also tell me about that. And I'll try to respond to any and all comments that are posted below. Since they're small enough, I can back that up. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.